All right, so today I'm going to be doing the intro as well as setting up the video just like last video. I'm just going to be getting rid of every all-star from last season. That's basically it. Maybe I do another one where I get rid of every single all-star, like any player that's ever been an all-star before. And I need to figure out how to do this. Do I just make them all 40 years old, make them all 40 overall and release them? I think that might be the plan of action, and then release them, right? Is that really all? The Bucks are gonna struggle heavy. They're losing out on Damian Lillard and Giannis. And then they're gonna have what? Chris Middleton, 32 years old, trying to hoop it out right now, 85 overall. I would like to clarify because I feel like someone's gonna get confused, but I'm doing every last year's All-Star. So whoever made the All-Star team last year is getting shipped out. They're non-existent. I'm not doing it so like Chris Middleton has made an All-Star 3 years in a row, right? But he didn't make it last year, so he's not getting sent out. How the fuck is Donovan Mitchell 27? When did he start? Did he get drafted when he was 21? Wow. It does not feel like he's 27. I still think he's like 24 or something. That's 27? What the fuck? Probably because Devin Booker is like around the same age and he started when he was 18, I believe, right? The Clippers might be all right. Kawhi and James Harden didn't make any All-Star last season. This team might be all right. This team might win. Yeah, honestly, might win it all. It really was just Paul George. Probably because of the injuries and lack of games, they weren't able to qualify. That's crazy. None of these two made it. As if the Grizzlies weren't struggling enough already. They're losing Ja and they're losing Triple J. That's tough. That's tough. Bro, LeBron's resume is so long for the All-Stars. The list of years wouldn't even fit on his play card. It would literally there's literally a little dash there. I don't even gotta change his age. I could just, yup. You mean to tell me Donovan Mitchell is 1 year younger than Jokic? Bro, it doesn't feel like it. Even though it makes sense, it doesn't feel like it. And oops, I almost made him 19 years old. I gotta make him 40. All right, so I took off every All-Star from last year, and this is what the teams are looking like. Sixers got Tyrese, Melton, Oubre, Harris, and Bamba. Honestly, not a bad lineup. Maxi's gonna have to go dummy. Milwaukee's kind of gonna struggle. They got Payne. We got fucking Marjon Beauchamp, Middleton, Crowder, Lopez, and then after Portis, the lineup just kind of looks really iffy. The Bulls are the Bulls, you know. They got Ball, Levine, Caruso, Williams, Vooch. They only really lost DeRozan, which, depending on what you think it is after this season, might not matter because he's going to decrease in overall, and pretty sure he's on his last year of the deal. The Cavs lost out on Donovan Mitchell, but their lineup's kind of deep anyways. They got Garland, LeVert, Okoro, Mobley, Allen, and then the bench is looking, yeah, it's kind of fucked. Never mind. Celtics lost on 3 players because Drew Holiday was on the Bucks. They gave the Bucks 2 All-Stars, but Drew Holiday got traded to the Celtics, so they lost out on the 2 Jays, Tatum and Brown, and Drew Holiday. So their lineup is also very iffy. Clippers only lost PG, so they have Harden, they have Kawhi. I'm not worried about this team. I would even say they're the favorites to win the whole championship. Grizzlies lost their 2 top players, so they have a 73 starting. They got Smart, Bane, Williams, Aldama, Adams, and then their bench is okay, honestly. It's not bad. The Hawks did not lose or gain anyone. They have the same roster as before. Trae Young, Murray, Hunter, Johnson, and Capella. The Heat lost Bam, so they have Thomas Bryant starting now instead of Bam. Butler, Hero, and Lowry are still there. Hornets didn't lose anyone. They have no All-Stars, so they're literally the same starting lineup. The Jazz lost Larry Marketing, so they have John Collins taking his spot with the lineup of Dunn, Clarkson, Agabaji, Collins, and Kessler. I for sure butchered this guy's name. I'm sorry. The Kings are pretty shit. They have no Fox and no Sabonis, but hey, Kings fan, you guys are used to being shit. So is that really an issue? They have Mitchell, Monk, Barnes, Murray, and McGee. The Knicks lost out on Randall, which some might be happy, some might not. It's really iffy on what Knicks fans feel about Randall, with the lineups Brunson, Grimes, Barrett, Hart, and Robinson. And then their bench is pretty deep. Honestly, it's not a bad team. The Lakers lost LeBron, which, yeah, this team is going to be in shit. If this happened in real life, this team would be probably winless. Lineup's not looking too bad, though. In 2K, they got Russell, Reeves, Reddish, Vanderbilt, Davis, and then the bench is pretty deep, too. Honestly, this team can make a pretty decent push in the playoffs. Magic didn't lose anything as expected. Their young players haven't developed to all-stardom yet, but maybe it's going to happen next season. They have, or even this one, they have Fultz, Suggs, Wagner, Banchero, and Bitadze. This might be one of the worst teams in the league, I'm going to be honest. Mavericks don't have Kyrie or Luka. Lineups looking like Seth Curry, THJ, Josh Green, Grant Williams, and Lively. And then the bench is okay. It's not bad, but I don't see this team winning that many games. The Nets didn't lose anyone. They might have an all-star or 2, Claxton and Bridges. I honestly, if they perform good in the regular season, they might get sauced up with 2, but the bench is kind of iffy. So Denver lost out on Jokic, who runs their entire offense, but the team's still solid. They have Murray, KCP, MPJ, AG, DeAndre Jordan. And yeah, their bench isn't that bad. just that center spot's pretty weak. The Pacers lost their engine and Tyrese, so this is what our lineup's looking like. It's not bad. It's a pretty decent bench too, so the playoff worthy, I would say. Pelicans lost out on Zion. Yeah, Zion's not here, but honestly, this team's still pretty stacked. They have a overall good bench. They have Ingram, CJ, and Jonas. It seems all right. Pistons didn't lose anyone, just like the Nets and the Hornets and the Magic. There's not yet they won't have any all-stars, but the team's pretty good. Raptors lost out on Siakam, so they still have Scotty though. Scotty, OG, Dennis, Boucher, and the bench, they have just a bunch of wings. Rockets didn't lose anyone. They have Van Vliet. They still have the same roster plus the signings they did. Spurs, they're a young team, so didn't lose anyone similar to the other young teams. But do this challenge in 2 years and maybe 2 of these players are gone. The Suns lose KD, which honestly, this team's still stacked. They have Booker, Beal, and a pretty decent bench. So this might be even a contender too alongside the Clippers. OKC lost SGA, but the team isn't still that bad. It's just average as fuck. Timberwolves lost Anthony Edwards, but the team still is pretty, it's decent too. They still got Towns and Gobert to hold it down with some guard play from Conley. Blazers didn't lose anyone. No all-stars. They traded away Damian Lillard, so there's really nothing here to show. We have Aiden coming off the bench with 24 minutes. And then the Warriors, if they didn't have Curry, just like the Lakers didn't have LeBron, this team, I'm pretty sure would have no wins. This team's playing like fucking, but they got CP3, Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Dre, and Looney. And then the bench it's all right. And lastly, we have the Wizards. This team doesn't really have anything going on. I don't know what direction they're going in, but they have Tyus Jones, Poole, Denny Advia, Kyle Kuzma, Daniel Gafford, and all right bench. Time to sim. I got the Suns and the Clippers as my 1 and 2 picks to win the championship. But if the Clippers don't get it done again, I wouldn't be surprised. They tend to not do it. Now time's to come where I just mash this button, man. All right, so we similarly passed the All-Star break. I kind of want to see what the seedings are. The Clippers have fucking disappointed me. They're 26 and 27 with 290 overalls. They have a 91 and a 90, and Westbrook too. Like, Westbrook isn't a bad 2K simulator. Rose averaging 17, 5, and 7. That's all right. League standings, we got New Orleans leading the pack, which, yeah, that'd be expected. They're a pretty good team. LA, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure I said they weren't that bad of a team too. I just completely forgot about them as contenders. And we got Memphis, which is honestly a surprise to me. I don't know how the fuck they're this good. They literally lost out their 2 best players. Golden State, this team's pretty good in 2K, but IRL, if they had lost Curry, this team probably would have at least 10 wins by now. Then we got Phoenix, Minnesota, and then Clippers, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're the 7th seed with a negative record. Then we got Dallas at the 8th, Houston and Trailblazers in the play-in, and then the bottom pack is Sacramento, which, yeah, they're a very bad team. Utah, OKC, San Antonio, and Denver. And the East, we got the Hawks, who didn't lose anyone, so that's no surprise. New York, which seeming like they are better without Randall, so maybe you guys should just trade him away. Detroit is relevant and good. Chicago is also relevant and good after losing DeMar, and then Raptors are 5th seed, Orlando 6th, 7-8 is Miami and Indiana. Play in, we got Philly and Washington. And at the bottom pack, honestly kind of disappointed with the Cleveland Cavaliers. You have 3 really good players. You have Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. I think it's the bench that's doing it for them, but the team's pretty good. Honestly, I feel like they should be better than this. And then Boston, holy fuck, 14 and 41. Yeah, I mean, all they really have is Kristaps. It's kind of like a New York team, but relocated to Boston. We're gonna take a look at the All-Stars. Yeah, as expected, it's probably just the players that are already All-Star caliber, just probably didn't fit in with the new bunch of All-Stars. We got Butler, AD, Trae Young, Middleton, Zach LaVine, Wemby, rookie made All-Star, Jamal Murray, Kristaps, Desmond Bane, Bradley Beal, Brandon Ingram, and Eric Gordon. Okay, good for you. Rose averaging nearly, honestly, these are good stats. Good shooting splits. Not the free throw though. Holy shit, that's atrocious. Holy fuck. Desmond Bane's averaging 30 on 50, 40, 88. That's fucking crazy. Look at this little T-Rex go off. Honestly, I don't know how you're an all-star. Bro's averaging 24 points. The team's not that good, and he's an all-star. I would have given it to someone else. Zach LaVine for Chicago Bulls without DeRozan's averaging basically 30, 4 and 3.5 on good splits too. Holy fuck. Trae Young averaging 33, and he didn't lose anybody, so this is just him balling the fuck out. Devin Booker averaging 33. No KD, no problem. He said, I got us. On 50, 40, 92. Fucking scoring 33 on a season with 50, 40, 90. Insane. James Harden, you're barely averaging 20. You're a disappointment. Kawhi, barely averaging 20. You're also a big disappointment. Jalen Brunson's carrying New York once again, 26 about with 50, 40, 78. Not bad. Tyrese Maxey, I was expecting him to average 30, so he's pretty close. He's averaging 28, 3.5, 5 on really good efficiency too. So good on you, Maxey. End season, Trae Young wins MVP, Wemby Rookie of the Year, Jaden Hardy 6-man, Jimmy Butler Defensive Player of the Year, averaging nearly 3 steals and 1 block. Evan Mobley Most Improved. really good stats, 21 and 13 with 2.5 assists. And then Quinn Snyder wins Coach of the Year with a 58-24 record. All NBA first teams, we got Trae Young, Devin Booker, Jimmy, Wemby, AD. All NBA second, James Harden. Honestly, you should not have made that shit. Desmond Bane, Evan Mobley, Brandon Ingram, Kristaps. Am I a James Harden hater? Am I, or did he just not deserve it with the, okay, he averaged 10 assists. Decent shooting. Okay, maybe I'm just a hater. All NBA third, LaMelo, Jamal Murray, Karl-Anthony Towns, Kawhi, and Chet. Chet, good on you, my guy. End season league standings, we have New Orleans with the first seed. Pretty close up. We had Memphis, Golden State, Phoenix, LA, Portland, and then play-in tied was OKC and the Clippers, which honestly, they should not have been in this situation. Out east, we have Atlanta convincingly in the lead, New York, Chicago, Detroit, Miami, Orlando, followed by play-in. We have Washington, Indiana, Toronto that fell. They were like, what, the 4th seed or 5th seed? They fell pretty down. And then Philly. We're gonna similar to play-in. We got Toronto versus Philly, Washington, Indiana, and on the west, we got OKC, LA, Minnesota, Denver. The people who made it out, LA and OKC made it out, and then out east, Toronto and Washington made it out. We're gonna go ahead and simulate the first round. New Orleans takes it to 7. Clippers put up a fight. LA kind of just breezed through Phoenix. Golden State 1-6. OKC with the upset is really an upset. I don't think Grizzlies were that good to start with. I'm sorry, Grizzlies fans. Atlanta beats the 8 seed in 6. Miami wins in 5, Chicago in 6, and then New York got took to 7 and pulled through. Round 2 has been simmed. LA pushes through in 7. Golden State gets upset by OKC. Who the fuck is OKC again? Is it just Chet really? And Josh Giddey, right? Atlanta kind of just breezing through the East, beats Miami in 5, and then Chicago makes it to the Eastern Conference Finals, beating New York in 7. We got conference MVP for the East side, Trae Young, and then the Lakers get eliminated. Damn, that's an upset. That's an upset. We got Josh Giddey with the West MVP. And now finals, I'm pretty sure the Hawks are gonna win it. Yeah, they win it at 7 though. The OKC made a good run there. That's pretty close. They were 1 game away from winning the finals. Honestly, would have never expected that. Player retirements, we have a whole lot of players and all the All-Stars. I just said fuck you to you guys. There wasn't any crazy free agency signing, so I'm just gonna go back to the next season and look at the rosters again and then just sim. Philly's looking mad tough. It's literally just a maxi show out here. The bench is really bad. Milwaukee is also very bad. Oh my god. The Bulls still have Levine and Vooch and Caruso, so they have like some of the main pieces, and then the lineup's just, it's not, yeah, the league's in shambles right now. Cleveland's pretty good. I'm honestly surprised they didn't do much last season. They got 290 overalls, they got 84 overall Jared Allen, Isaac Okoro, who could progress too, and they got a decent bench now too. Celtics, the team's not that good. Clippers, they have, where's Harden? Is Harden not here? I don't think Harden plays for them anymore. I didn't see anywhere in free agency where he went either. Did he just not get signed? That's pretty crazy. But they have Kawhi, and then it's just a bunch of Grizzlies, can they keep up their same momentum? The team's all right. It's not bad. Hawks didn't make any big changes, but they still have the main 2 guards here, the 1-2. Luckily for Miami, Jimmy Butler hasn't regressed, so they still have Butler, Hero, and that's about it. Hornets have LaMelo Ball, 90 overall, and yeah, that's it too. Utah no longer has Larry Markkinen. I don't know what the fuck free agency list I was looking at. I was looking at all the signings and it didn't say shit. Kings have the exact same starting lineup. I think their center is different though. Yeah, that's basically it. New York has the exact same lineup too, and then just upgraded the bench a little bit. LA lost D'Lo. Yeah, I don't know what free agency was telling me, but a lot of players are not signed anymore. They still got AD though, so maybe they still make the playoffs with this lineup. Orlando still has the same lineup. They just got better with their youth. Dallas, honestly, I'm just gonna glance through it, kind of shit. Brooklyn, more or less same lineup. Ben Simmons made it to the rotation, 80 overall. That's good for you. Denver, I'm pretty sure Jamal Murray regressed. He was at 88, but the lineup more or less stayed the same too. Indiana is in shambles. New Orleans is all right. Their bench is pretty good. I think the bench is what's gonna carry them. Detroit's pretty solid too. Kate Cunningham almost a 90, Jaden Ivey, and then Asar Thompson 85. And the bench isn't too bad either. Toronto is just basically, it's just Scotty Barnes out here. The bench is okay. Grady Dick too, maybe, but that's about it. The Rockets are just balanced overall. They just have a very balanced team. Very balanced mid-team. San Antonio has Wemby, so maybe they make a little playoff push with Wemby. Phoenix still has Book and Beal. Beal regressed a little bit, and then they have, oh my god, yeah. Their power forward kind of sucks. OKC, Josh Giddey, he's looking for revenge. He's trying to win the chip. 87 overall with the team that's all right. The team's not that bad. Timberwolves still have their 2, 4, and 5 over here, 86, 82. Pretty sure Gobert regressed a bit. And then, yeah, they're just really heavy on the bigs. They have Naz Reid 2 off the bench. Portland, more or less the same team too. Just overall, they got better. Golden State, oh my god. Golden State is big shambles. They might be the worst team in the league. If Andrew Wiggins and Kuminga are your 2 best players, you're having issues. And And then Draymond's off the bench, 79 overall. Yeah, this is the last team. And a lot of the players that I thought were going to be signed, like James Harden and other players, even Klay Thompson, I have no idea where they are. Wizards are just mid as fuck too. Yeah, so they're all over here. James Harden, Lonzo Claxton, Jalen, OG, Tobias, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges, Westbrook, D'Lo, Markelle Fultz. There's a lot of good players here. A lot. I think they're just asking for too much and maybe we can't afford to give it to them. I think I'm gonna do this season and one more. We'll do 3 solid seasons. So this time I didn't forget, I didn't skip through it. It's a habit, but we have Booker and Darius Garland as the all-star captains, and I'm just gonna auto draft the rest. So for Devin Booker's team, we have AD, Cat, Jamal Murray, and Scotty Barnes as starters. Reserves, we have Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, Cade Cunningham, Chet, Chris Middleton, DeAndre Ayton, Jared Allen. Darius Garland's team, we have Garland, of course, Butler, Wemby, Tyrese Maxey, Mobley. And then reserves, we have Giddey, who made it for the first time, Bakaro first time, Leonard, Ingram, Porzingis, Bane, and Beal. Out east, for the standings, we have Cleveland, Atlanta, Toronto, New York, Detroit, Charlotte, Miami. Man, Butler's fucking, bro. He's gonna age 30 years carrying this team. Washington, Chicago, and then, yeah. Fuck, Milwaukee's trash. Yeah, Milwaukee's very bad. I think Golden State might be worse, though. The Rockets. Is this a team I call mid? Just mid, balanced overall? They're killing it. Trailblazers, San Antonio. So it looks like the young teams who had no all-stars but are young kind of just are thriving right now, which makes sense because a lot of the all-stars got booted off. And at the middle of the pack, we have Utah, OKC, Timberwolves, Clippers, Phoenix, Golden State. What the fuck? How is Golden State this good? Look at their team. Just give me a second. 70, 75, 82, 81, 76, 79. Wiggins is averaging 22. Kuminga 21. Patty Mills is averaging 15. What? End season words, Evan Mobley MVP. Holy fuck. Alex Sarr, I'm not familiar with you, but rookie of the year, I could have sworn he played already, you know? Stephon Castle, 6th man of the year. Anthony Davis, DPOY. Squid Henderson, most improved. Chauncey Billups, 16-22 record. All NBA first, we got Maxey, Book, Mobley, Butler, AD. All NBA second, Garland, Young, Towns, Wemby, Chet. And then All NBA third, we got LaMelo, Cade, Paolo, Mattis, Buzelis, and Alex Sarr. Play in, we got Denver and Memphis. Yeah, Memphis, honestly, that's what should have been before. I don't know how the fuck you made it to the playoffs that convincingly. And at the bottom, we have Minnesota versus Phoenix. Out east, Washington versus Brooklyn, and Charlotte versus Miami. So out west, Denver and Phoenix pulled through, and out east, Miami and Charlotte pulled through. Round 1 has been simmed. Houston wins in 6. New Orleans wins in 6. OKC in 6. And then Portland in 5. Out east, we have Atlanta, who barely pushes through in 7. Toronto in 5. New York in 5. And then the upset over here, Charlotte in 5. Second round done, Houston wins in 7. Portland wins in 7, so we don't get OKC in the finals again. Out east, Atlanta in 5, and then New York in 7. Finals, we got the Hawks again with Scoot Henderson. So yeah, the youth are kind of just popping off right now. And fucking Trae Young just sweeps them. Trae Young is a back-to-back NBA champion. That's insane. All right, so I simmed the offseason, and a lot of the players are just chilling in here. I have no idea why the fuck Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, Butler, and all of them are just chilling in here. So the teams are very questionable. Philly has nobody. Milwaukee, nobody. Bulls still have Levine and Vooch. The Cavs might win it all unless the Hawks still have all their players. Celtics have Kristaps and this guy who made an All-NBA third, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, All-NBA third and a first rookie. Clippers, don't talk to me. Memphis might actually be able to make the playoffs now. Now is the time for you guys to be good. The Hawks, yeah, the Hawks are still very good. They have the entire team together. Miami has Hero, Jovic, and that's about it. The Hornets are pretty good with Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball. Jazz are don't talk to me. Sacramento, don't talk to me. New York, they're all right. I don't know why Barrett hasn't increased anywhere to like close to an 86. Lakers still have 80, so I feel like as long as you have 80, the playoffs aren't off the books. Orlando's pretty good. I'm pretty sure just the young teams are going to be decent. Mavericks suck. Brooklyn's all right. They're like the mid of the mid. Watch them be like the best seed now. Denver kind of ass too. Just Michael Porter Jr. basically. Indiana overall just mid. New Orleans trash. Detroit, young team. They have 2 top players basically. Toronto, other than Scotty, the team's kind of ass. Rockets might win. It might be our Rockets and Hawks finals. They have Green, Amen Thompson, and then Jabari Smith with Alperen Sengun and Dylan Brooks and Tari Eason. Yeah, this team's pretty good. Spurs, Wemby, who's a 95. Oh my god. And then just a good supporting cast around him. Phoenix still has Beal and Book, 1 and 2, and yeah, other than that, no supporting cast. OKC has Chet, and then just a decent roster. Timberwolves, Cat, it's the Cat show with a decent roster too. Portland just has, Portland's kind of nasty. They have a decent 1 through 5 lineup going on over here. And then Golden State, I don't know how the fuck you guys were even that close to being good. And Washington is literally just the Washington team we have this year with some random generated players. I'm pretty curious to see the All-Stars now because a lot of the All-Stars we're used to are out. Like they're gone. The captains remain the same, Devin Booker and Garland. And then All-Star wise, starters, we have Kat, LaMelo, Scotty, Brandon Miller. And then stars on the other side, we have Davis, Wemby, Kristaps, Amen Thompson. And for the reserves, we got Trae Young, Paolo, Desmond Bane, Tyler Hero, Franz Wagner, MPJ, Cooper Flag. And on the other side, we got Jalen Green, Chet, Asar, Jaden Ivey, DeAndre Ayton, Scoot Henderson, and Alex Sarr. So a lot of first-year All-Stars. End season results is the last season. We have Darius Garland with 31, 10.5 assists. Another MVP goes to Cleveland. Rookie of the Year goes to Cooper. Jaden Ivey, 6th man. Anthony Davis, DPOY, and Donovan Clingan, most improved, with Mark 16-22. All NBA first, we have Garland, Young, Flag, Wemby, Davis. NBA second, we have Ball, Book, Cat, Barnes, and Alex Sarr. And All NBA third, we have Amen Thompson, Stefan Castle, Asar Thompson, Brandon Miller, Chet. I didn't show the mid-season standings because it was kind of useless, but this is what it looks like right now. We have Hawks, Indiana, Detroit, Cleveland, Charlotte, Toronto. Middle pack, we have Orlando, Washington, New York, Chicago in the play-in, and then bottom seed is Brooklyn, Miami, Boston, Philly, and Milwaukee. Out in the West, fucking OKC went crazy. Then Portland, Houston, San Antonio, Minnesota, Utah. Middle of the pack, Memphis, New Orleans, Dallas, and LA for the play-in. And then the bottom of the West, we have Golden State, Denver, Phoenix, LA, and Sacramento. Honestly, I feel like what we all realized, I'm pretty sure, is that the young teams thrived because they didn't have any All-Stars and they had time to progress without worrying about any actual threats like Giannis, LeBrons, and PGs and Siakams. I don't know why I'm putting those players all together in one tier, but you get what I'm trying to say. So first round is done. We had quite a lot of sweeps. We had OKC in 5, San Antonio sweeping, Houston sweeping, and then Portland in 5. Out east, we have a huge upset over here. Atlanta trying to three-peat. New York said nah, 1-6. Charlotte 1-6, also upsetting the Cleveland Cavaliers with back-to-back MVPs. And then Toronto sweeps Detroit, which is pretty upsetting because it's just a Scar Bond show over there. And then Indiana in 4 sweeps and gets the job done with Orlando. Second round done, OKC sweeps Wemby, and then Houston sweeps Portland, and then out east, Charlotte wins in 7 and Indiana wins in 5. Excuse me. LaMelo wins Eastern Conference Player, and out west we have Amen Thompson with the Western Conference Player, or MVP. And then the last finals of this test with no All-Stars of last year, and it goes to Houston in 6. Amen Thompson wins the finals MVP. That was it. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, or if you guys want to see me do it if there's no All-Stars, so like literally people who have made the All-Star in 2019 are out, let me know. And if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces Maluses.